Hey, what's up? So, I'd say at least once a week, I get a message or a comment or something asking about how my Accelera MT-01 mud tires have been holding up, and to just give a quick update. So, I thought I'd go ahead and do that. Got a tire gauge here. Just going to measure out what I've got left for tread depth on these, and just kind of let you know kind of how I feel about them. I've had them for right around a year now, and they've probably got 7,000 or 8,000 miles on them. But let me go ahead and show you what kind of tread depth we've got left with that type of usage. I can't remember what these came with from the factory as far as tread depth goes, but yeah, we're at 1230 seconds in the front, and these tires used to be on the rear. I had them rotated. The front is what usually experiences wheel spin, and so if you check here, these used to be on the front for the majority of the time that I've had these so far, and they're just a little bit lower, but still right there, right below 1230 seconds. And I expect that to even out as I continue hammering on these. But I'd say with 7,000 miles, they've been doing pretty well. You can see where I've kind of, gotten some gouges in them from the fenders because I need to cut my fenders more and that type of thing. Show you over on this other side. Cut the living crap out of this tire with my fender in the rear, I believe, when it was back there. But anyways, as far as actual wear goes from from the trails and from road wear, I'd say these have done really, really well. Something to keep in mind is that the 7,000 or 8,000 miles that are on these have been almost strictly trail miles. This is not my daily driver. I have two other cars. Got a Jeep XJ and then another Subaru that I daily. So just keep that in mind. Like, yeah, it's 7,000 miles, but it's 7,000 hard miles. Let me see what the stock tread depth is on these real quick. I should have looked this up beforehand, but I just decided to do this on a whim. So let's take a look. That's not right. 16.5. So yeah, they've lost a little bit of depth. So right around a little over 430 seconds of tread depth in the last 7,000 or 8,000 miles. But again, I've beat the living dog piss out of these things on sharp rocks. I beat the crap out of them on gravel, and I don't drive this thing nicely. When I'm out there in the forest, like this thing, I drive it like I'm in Portland and I just stole it, Screw Portland. But yeah, they've held up really well. I still really love them. Every time I take this thing out, I'm extremely impressed with what it does. I've had these 2 seasons in the snow. I've had them in the sand. I've had them in mud. I've had them in silt. I've had them in just, loose dirt, like really loose dirt, loose gravel, just all sorts of things. They're still doing really well. Yeah, they're loud as balls. Part of that's just, it's a mud terrain tire. I don't know what you're going to compare it to, but compared to an AT tire, they're extremely loud. But once I started gouging the tires, hitting them with my fenders a little bit, and kind of disrupting the tread pattern, that kind of creates a little bit extra noise. So anytime I've noticed that I've done that to a tire, like check this out. I don't know what I did, but I took a massive chunk out of this bad boy. I don't know if you can see it, but took a huge piece out of it. And you know, when stuff like that happens, I feel like the tires just get louder and louder. But the siping is still really good. That's one of the high points of this tire, in my opinion. These outer tread blocks, they have a sipe that stays with the tire throughout the lifetime of the tire. These inner tread blocks, I'm not as big of a fan of those because they don't extend out to the edges of the block. But I guess you still need your rigidity to keep the tire solid, to give you control while you're driving. I'm not a tire expert, but that's what I understand. Anyways, still love them. They're doing good. The other thing to keep in mind is this is a 2006 lifted Subaru Forester that I've got these on. If I remember correctly, these only weigh right around 3,000 pounds. And so it's a little bit of a lighter vehicle than what Accelera or any tire manufacturer expects a LT 235 75 R15 to be on. So if you're going to take these and put a much heavier truck, like a pickup or an SUV on top of them, that's a full body on frame truck, you might have different results than what I've had, because it's just a lot more weight. So just keep that in mind. My experience may be a little bit different from what you'll have happen if you purchase a set of these. You might wear them out quicker than I have, but for the price, I felt like they have treated me pretty well, and the performance has just been absurd. I've been able to air these things down to like 5 psi. They do just fine, no problems. Sidewalls fold and give me a bigger footprint just the way that I need them to. So yeah, I love them. Still stoked on them. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you got any other questions about them, hit me in the comments and I'll see if I can't help you out. But, oh dang, hold on. Almost forgot, but I didn't forget all the way. Got a tasty beverage right here. Coffee with cream and sugar, that's what's up. Anyways, have a nice day.